Really great for us to bring this championship to Echo Lake, and they've done so much work to the golf course over the last handful of years that I think if you were there 10 years ago, you probably wouldn't recognize it, with some of the changes to the routing, to a couple of the holes, and then with a significant amount of tree removal. And then just in this offseason, they added a significant amount of bunkering to a couple different holes that just adds a lot more challenge and intrigue to some of these holes, especially for the bigger hitters in the junior field. So really excited to see how it plays, and even more excited to have Echo Lake show off all the changes they've made to the golf course to the best juniors.
It's very fair. It's very out in front. Not a lot of hidden stuff going on in front of you. It's a long championship style golf course, a good variety of short and long holes. It rewards good golf, but at the same time, if you're a little off, you're going to make a lot of bogeys out there. So it's a very fun test, and that's something we consistently hear from some of the better players.
I think every hole is a little bit of a different character, and it's a really well-rounded golf course.
I think one of the best additions that's going to play really great match play is the third hole, the new par 3 that they built. It's a short Donald Ross style turtleback green. A lot of different ways we can move that tee around, a lot of different hole locations to use on the green, and it's a really just compelling short par 3. So for stroke play, I think it won't have too much of an impact on qualifying, but I think match play, you're going to see some really aggressive shots. You're going to see a lot of birdies there, and this hole didn't even exist if you go back a few years, and it's been such a great addition to the golf course.
3 is a short little picturesque par 3 that I make a lot of bogeys on despite hitting a wedge in there. So the unique thing about Echo Lake is the front 9 is short, a little quirky, a lot of undulation, a lot of character, and you get to the back 9 and it's long and hard. So I think players are going to enjoy seeing that change throughout the experience, but certainly number 3 is a short, tricky little hole there.
I think the turn as you go 10 and 11 will be really key. 11 is where they made a lot of changes, added some new bunkers. The par 5 there is going to be a really interesting test for how these kids play it. Previously, there wasn't a lot for them to think about off the tee. Now with all of the bunkering that was added both across the fairway and along the right-hand side, there's much more thought needed in what line they're going to take off the tee, and then that'll really impact if they can go for that hole in 2. 10 also had some changes that added some more bunkering into the hole as well. So really excited to see how those 2 holes play, as a lot of the changes are going to have a significant impact on this caliber of player.
16 is a very unique hole compared to the rest out here. It's very tight, swings pretty good right to left, beautiful undulation down in the bottom of the hill there. These matches coming to 16, it's going to require a really accurate tee shot, a precision place second shot, and a really unique green complex on 16. 17's a middle iron par 3, or maybe even a short iron for some of these longer hitters. So I could see a big swing in the match there with a birdie. And then, like I said, 18 is just a demanding par 4. It requires a really great tee shot and a nerve-wracking second shot with hopefully some spectators and some gallery behind 18 green watching the kids finish.
I love seeing the competitiveness from these young kids. I think it shows a lot of maturity, and you see that a lot in golf. It's rewarding to see high-caliber golfers play on our course. It's also going to be exciting to see the recent changes in the design and how well that's going to play with some of the top young kids in this area.
We have partners in MetLife who share a vision with us about giving back to the next generation while also delivering the values and tradition of the game of golf. And we've been so fortunate to work with MetLife to deliver this special championship of the Met Junior.
You know, when I turned 18 my senior year in high school, I was able to win not only the Carter Cup, but the Met Junior. So, you know, I pinch myself that it's come full circle, and, you know, we have a facility here that we can open our doors to some of the finest junior golfers, and I can't wait to meet some of them and watch them play and get to experience the event.